Is Arne wrote, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. It depends where you are. Today we are going to talk about the biography of Arne Slot, who is actually manager of Liverpool, one of the best teams in England. But before listening his biography, I invite you to make a subscribe to this channel in order to get more video about biography of different celebrities in different sectors like football, entrepreneurs, business, comedy, music, and we will also talk about love story and advice, motivation, speech. If you are a fan of Arne Slot, fan of Liverpool, fan of football, make subscribe, put like, share this video to others in the comment. Arne Slot is manager of Liverpool, one of the best teams in England or United Kingdom, and one of the best manager in the world till now. Who is Arne Slot? Listen his story till the end, we know more about him. His complete name is Arne Martin Slot, but he is known as Arne Slot. He was born on 17 September 1978 in Bergenheim in Netherlands. He is a Dutch professional football manager and a former player. His height is 1 meter 85 centimeters. He played in midfielder position when he played. Arne Slot's playing career. Arne Slot started his football career at amateur side VV Bergenheim. He then moved to FC Goal where he got into the first team as 17 years old. In 1995, Arne Slot started his professional career struggling with injuries and little playing time under the management of Jan Eversey, but eventually became a goal-scoring attacking midfielder in Zwolle FC. In 2002, FC's Goal won the Eerste Divisie second division league in Netherlands to return the Eredivisie first division league in Netherlands. FC Zwolle returned to the Eredivisie after 13 years. Slot moved to NAC Breda in the same year. Under management of Henk ten Cate, NAC Breda finished fourth in the Eredivisie in the Slot first season. NAC Breda best league finish since 1956. Slot played his only game in European football in the first round of UEFA Cup 2003 as NAC Breda lost 5-2-0 and 1-2-0 to Newcastle United, the team from England or Great Britain. Arne Slot joined Sparta Rotterdam in the summer of 2007 before returning to PEC's Goal in the Eerste Divisie on a loan deal in 2009 before signing a permanent deal in 2010. PEC's Goal won the Eerste Divisie in 2012 to return to the Eredivisie, where Slot played one final season before retiring as a player. According to his former teammate Edwin de Graaf, Arne Slot was so no fast. Eversey believes that despite a lack of physicality, Arne Slot got the most out of his playing career due to his passing and vision. After retiring from playing in 2013 at PEC's Goal, Arne Slot moved into the club staff, working as a youth coach for a year before being appointed as an assistant coach of Henk de Jong at Camber. After de Jong left the club in 2016, Arne Slot remained an assistant coach at Camber under the management of Marcel Kaiser and Rob Maas. The club were relegated to the Eerste Divisie after finishing bottom of the Eredivisie in 2016. On 15 October 2016, Arne Slot became interim coach together with Harshoff after Maas was fired. On 5 January 2017, Campbell club announced that Arne Slot and Harshoff would remain head coach for the remainder of the season after excellent results and a pleasant way of working. Slot and Harshoff helped the Campbell to climb from 14th place to 3rd place in the league, missing out on promotion on the to the Eredivisie after losing to MVV in the playoff. In the KNVB Cup, Kamba reached the semi-final for the first in his history, having knocked out record winners Ajax Amsterdam. The club missed out on the final after losing to AS Alkmaar on penalties. In 2017, Arne Slot left Kamba to join AS Alkmaar, working as an assistant to John van der Brom. AS Alkmaar technical director Max Hubert carried Arne Slot experience studious, innovative, and ambitious. AS Alkmaar finished third in the Eredivisie in 2018 and finished fourth in the Eredivisie in 2019. In 2019, Arne Slot lost KNVB Cup final against Feyenoord. On December 2019, it was announced that Arne Slot would succeed Van der Brom as head coach for the 2019-2020 season. Arne Slot became the first coach to win the 19 points in his first 8 Eredivisie game at the AS Alkmaar. In his first season in charge, AS Alkmaar reached the round of the 32 in the Europa League. The same season, the Eredivisie was cancelled mid-May due the COVID-19 pandemic. AS Alkmaar finished second behind Ajax Amsterdam, one on goals difference. The following season, AS Alkmaar got knocked out by Dynamo Kiev, a team from Ukraine, in UEFA Champions League third qualifying round. In the UEFA Europa League group stage, AS Alkmaar beat Napoli, a team from Italy. This win, Arne Slot called it a historical win for AS Alkmaar standards. On 5 December 2020, Arne Slot was sacked as head of coach of AS Alkmaar for not being focused on the team, having recently negotiated with a deal with Feyenoord Rotterdam. At the time, AS Alkmaar was in 7th place in the Eredivisie. In his time at AS Alkmaar, Arne Slot earned 2.11 per game in the Eredivisie, the highest of any coach in the club's history. Feyenoord Rotterdam since 2021 to 2024. On 15 December 2020, Feyenoord Rotterdam announced that the club had reached a deal with Arne Slot for him to become the club's new coach from the start of 2021 to 2022 season. The deal would see Arne Slot sign 2 years with Feyenoord Rotterdam, having the option to extend his contract for a third year. Arne Slot succeeded the experienced Dick Advocaat, who led the team to 5th place in the Eredivisie and the qualification to the UEFA Europa Conference League qualifiers. Arne Slot was appointed to build a new team with a recognizable playing style. During Arne Slot's first season, Feyenoord reached the round of 16 in Europa football for the first time in 20 years, finishing ahead Slavia Praha, Union Berlin, and Maccabi Haifa from Israel. In the Europa League conference group stage, in February 2022, Feyenoord extended the contract of Arne Slot until 2024. In the Europa League conference, Feyenoord reached the final, lost against AS Roma from a team from Italy, 1-0 in Tirana in Albania, and Feyenoord finished the third place in the Eredivisie. Arne Slot was awarded the Rimos Michel Award for the Eredivisie Manager of the Year. For the season 2022-2023, Feyenoord was first in the Europa League group stage with Midtjylland, Lazio Rome, and Stan Graz, and the Feyenoord reached the round of 16 of Europe's secondary club football tournament for a first time since 2002. In the round of 16, Feyenoord beat Shakhtar Donetsk, a team from Ukraine. Feyenoord scored 7 goals to 2-1 for Shakhtar Donetsk. With the win, Slot overtook the Ernest Harper and the Bert van Marwijk to become the first Feyenoord manager to have won 15 matches in the European football. Arne Slot finished his second season at Feyenoord Rotterdam with winning the league, the club title since 2017. Feyenoord were knocked out in the quarter-final of the Europa League by AS Roma and were knocked out in the semi-final of the KNVB Cup by Ajax of Amsterdam. In May 2023, Arne Slot was heavily linked with the vacant manager job at Tottenham Hotspur, one of the best teams in England. By the end of the month of May, Arne Slot announced that he would be remaining with Feyenoord and extended his contract with a year to mid-2026. Arne Slot was awarded the Rimas Michel Award for the Eredivisie Manager of the Year in June 2023. He became the fourth coach to win the award for consecutive edition. In 2023-2024 season, Feyenoord Rotterdam was knocked out of the UEFA Champions League group stage, finishing in third place in a group with Atletico Madrid from Spain, Lazio Roma from Italy, and Celtic Glasgow from Scotland. And then Feyenoord was knocked out by Roma for a third consecutive season, losing on penalty in the UEFA Europa League knocked-out round of play by managing second leg against AS Roma. Arne Slot acquired a club record of Bayern Munich of managing 36 European games. On 21 April 2024, Feyenoord Rotterdam beat NEC in the final to win its 14th KNVB Cup. Many pundits have described Arne Slot as one of the best coaches in the history of Feyenoord Rotterdam, as combined results with developing players and playing attacking and attractive football. His final game with Feyenoord Rotterdam was in 19 May 2024 in a win against over-city rival Excelsior Rotterdam to finish as runners-up to PSV. Liverpool since 2024. In April 2024, it was reported that Liverpool, one of the best clubs in England and one of the best clubs in Europe, had reached an agreement with Feyenoord for Arne Slot to manage the club at the end of the season, replacing legendary manager a German Jurgen Klopp, who was a Liverpool manager since 2015 till 2024. On 20 May, Liverpool have announced that Arne Slot would become head coach on 1st July 2024, subject to a work permit. On 17 August, Arne Slot won his first Premier League match in the match of Liverpool against Ipswich Town, and after that winning, Arne Slot became the first manager since Gerard Hoare in 1998 to win his first game. He beat club rival Manchester United 3-2-0 on his first visit to Old Trafford or OLT in his third game as manager of the 1st September, becoming the only second Liverpool manager to win his first match at Old Trafford after George Kay in 1936. Shortly after, Arne Slot became the first Premier League manager to reach 15 wins in all competition and the first Liverpool manager to win his first 11 out of 12 matches at the start of the season. Arne Slot became one of the best new managers in the Premier League. On 27 November, Arne Slot helped Liverpool to beat Real Madrid 2-0, ending Liverpool's 15 years winless against Real Madrid. Following the Liverpool's good start of the season, Arne Slot won Premier League Manager of the Month for November 2024. Arne Slot arrived as Liverpool manager. Many Premier League fans had doubted on him. He was not well known because he was not manager of big team in the top 5 European best league. But after realizing great performances with Liverpool, Arne Slot surprised football fans who confused him. In his first year as Liverpool manager, He won Premier League 2024-2025 season. He was knocked out in the 16th round of the UEFA Champions League with Paris Saint-Germain, and he made Liverpool one of the best team in the world. In his private life, Arne married with Mirjan, and they have 2 children, son and daughter. Coaching style of Arne Slot. Arne Slot coaching style is to make pressure to the adversary and the fastest counter-attack. Arne Slot had just won big manager like Pep Guardiola of manager of Manchester City, Carlo Ancelotti of manager of Real Madrid. Arne Slot changed the face of Liverpool and made Liverpool one of the best team in Europe and the best team in England because he won Premier League he won the Premier League. What do you love to Arne Slot? Which match Arne Slot impressed you? You can tell us in the comment. I invite you to make a subscribe to this channel in order to not miss next video talking about biography of different celebrity in different categories like football players, business, entrepreneurship. If you are a fan of Liverpool, if you are a fan of football, if you are a fan of Arne Slot, make a subscribe, share this video to others in the comment. Thank you for listening.